The series finale of Tell Your Tale is here, and it's honestly about right. It's got the unearned emotional highs punctuated by treacly musical accompaniment, characters summoning vast physical playgrounds using only their mind, and deeply unnatural dialogue. It's kind of a struggle to explain what even happens because, in total, the synopsis is just, hey, it's very hot, so Izzy imagines a place where it's less hot. A water park is summoned forth from the power of her imagination, ponies play in the water park is later demolished when Izzy imagines it's not there no more. The episode still manages to squeeze in some exhausting assertions about creativity that I just have to dispel. I feel a responsibility to. This episode wants to convince us that creativity is a matter of imagining something, then just making it appear before you. But that's not what creativity is or how it works. Fundamentally, creativity is when you arrange existing ideas or media into a new shape. This is as true of drawing as it is of sculpting or writing or anything else you could imagine. Previously, G5 seemed to understand this. Remember this song, for example? That song plays when Izzy is using her imagination to see purpose and beauty in existing objects around her, then reformulates them into something new to suit a different purpose. She is distinctly not summoning an entire water park out of thin air. But I'm feeding a fed horse at this point. G5 is over, so what did I learn from Tell Your Tale? On the whole, what did I take away? Well, Tell Your Tale taught me, above all else, how to commodify emotion. Relentlessly, Tell Your Tale, especially Season 2, weaponized itself to squeeze feelings out of its audience. It plays music cues in the right order, puts sappy dialogue in the right places, and flashes the correct on-screen cues to leave people excited or sad or hopeful or whatever best suits the show's needs without any regard for context or substance, and it works. The most common praise for Tell Your Tale is how emotional it makes people feel, but I don't think that's praise at all. Those are your emotions. You're being sold your own natural human feeling, manufactured with all the tact and care of sad puppies playing the violin. What makes a story is not the emotions you feel, it's how they're communicated and how they connect to a greater whole. Consistently, Tell Your Tale has failed to provide context for nearly anything it shows its audience. As a result, I imagine its cultural and intellectual impact is incredibly minimal, and most of it will be forgotten or misremembered. In large part, it already has been. Pretty consistently when I bring up actual lessons that G5 taught, as I just did in this very video, folks have already erased those from their memory and they've been replaced by the overwhelming tide of new emotional noise. It doesn't just matter that you feel things, it matters why. I'm not a robot, I'm not immune to these same emotions, I feel them too, but I can also recognize where they're coming from. Tell Your Tale is really good at riling its audience into emotional highs and convincing them that context is irrelevant. Constant fights have broken out in the fandom and between fandoms because folks feel the need to justify those intense feelings. But you don't have to justify them. You just need to recognize where they're coming from and, if it's not too much, accept that others may feel differently. We've become so furious at the experiences, lives, and opinions of others that we actively treat people like dirt just because they feel differently about a cartoon than we do. And come on, don't be like that. No show you could ever watch is more important than the bonds with your fellow humans. Treat people right, show them love and compassion, express your honest heart, not your commodified one.